everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Who Are Your Top 2 Admirers by Zodiac Sign. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at your reading today. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 is the mustache, ironic mustache. Pile number 2 is the piggy emoji. And pile number 3 is the ghost emoji. So whichever pile you're feeling today, stop and take a deep breath, unwind a little bit. Come in and wind on my channel a little bit, everybody. And find the link to your pile in the description box below. Okay, and in the description box below, there'll be timestamps. So you can find your timestamps there. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get into your reading, starting with pile number 1. Okay, so every pile's getting 2 zodiac signs plus messages from your top admirer. Let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the mustache, ironic mustache emoji. And today's reading, we are finding out your top 2 zodiac signs that are admiring you right now. So this could be, we have 2 piles here for each person. Person number 1 and person number 2, your top 2 admirers. And we'll get a zodiac sign for each pile. So if you know someone with that particular sign, then, and it is confirmed in this reading, then you know it's true, pile number 1. So let's go ahead. I always like to start off with a little bit of a shuffle there. We have the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Pile number 1, okay. So those of you, you've known heartache, you've known pain, you've known sunshine, you've known rain, and those lonely days, okay, where they'd never thought they'd see you again. But let's go ahead for pile number 1 and see what is the first zodiac sign for pile number 1 that has a crush on you. We've got the Cancer energy, okay? And I'm gonna pull the second person here as well, which is Aquarius. Okay, so there's an Aquarius and a Cancer. Those are your top 2 admirers. Now think of, in your life, who is a Cancer and who is an Aquarius. So Cancer is going to be from about June 21st to the July 20th, in that neighborhood, depending on what year you're born. So end of July up to about, end of June up to middle of July. And then for Aquarius, we have end of January up to the end towards the middle of February for Aquarius, okay? So those are your 2 signs. A super emotional drama Cancer, and probably a less emotional Aquarius. So let's take a look at what the messages are from each one of these people. Oh yeah, the Moon card. Heavy on the emotions there. We've got the 7 of Wands, this person trying to fight back their emotions for you. We've got the Hierophant, but those emotions are stubborn. They cling, they hang on. We have Bird in a Cage, Illusions, Ignorance is Bliss, and 8 of Swords. This person thinks that you have no idea how much they really do feel for you. They're like, pile number 1 doesn't even know how much I've had to fight back my feelings, and I've had to control myself and fight back my feelings because I have a lot of feelings and I'm super emotional, okay? And pile number 1 doesn't even know. It says here, I will always love you. I will always love you. Okay, and we saw that 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck when we started the reading. So some definite tears have been spilled over pile number 1 from this particular Cancer. Now, this person could have Cancer sun, moon, rising, anything like that. But they're very nostalgic, and when they think of you, they become very moody and defensive. When people mention you or talk about you, they think about you at night, and they become extremely nostalgic and sentimental thinking about you, okay? And they get mad, I feel like, pile number 1, when those feelings, especially at night with the moon card, when those feelings really start coming on hard, okay? And they're remembering everything. And perhaps this was a person that you and this person went through a lot together, highs and lows, ups and downs. But they felt that you two always had a very solid relationship, or a very solid friendship even. And and it's funny because they may act like they could care less, or it doesn't matter to them, or they're over it or whatever, but pile number 1, underneath it, they are not. And they're saying they will always love you. We have spy. Oh boy. Okay. And I feel like they might have asked a friend to find out what was going on with you, or a mutual acquaintance, and that friend was like, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to tell you. And I feel like they could have gotten mad at that friend. Do you have a mutual friend with this person that they might have asked about you? Pile number 1, do you know? Did that person end up telling you? Because I feel like that mutual friend's like told this person, I'm not telling you anything, okay? And I think it really pissed them off because they did want to know more of what's going on with you, but they hit a dead end, I feel like, when they tried to find out what is going on here. We have Virgo energy, and I analyze, okay? And maybe perhaps at the time, pile number 1, you analyzed this situation so many times, and you really like thought long and hard about it, trying to figure out this person's attitude, why they were always so moody, why they were always pissed off about things, why they were so stubborn all the time, why they didn't listen when you had, and perhaps you tried to give this person some advice about their health or their well-being, or you tried to be there for them, but it's like, I don't want your help, or you tried to, you were really worried about them and what they were going through, but they're like, I don't need your help. They're stubborn. They don't like to ask for help, and they don't like admitting when they need help or when something is bothering them. This may be somebody who never goes to the doctor, or doesn't really pay attention to what's happening with their health, okay? And they may have a hard time listening at times, because they think their way or the highway, or they know the best. And they can be very, very moody. And they may even get mad if you say, wow, you're moody today, or you're in a weird mood today, or you don't seem too happy today. They could, get in a bad mood about this. But I feel like their feelings rise and rise to the surface, and they try to control them, and they try to act like it's not happening, but it is, and I do think they overthink a lot, and they have analyzed this situation, and have wondered the details of what is going on with you and what's been new with you. It says, I will always love you. Pile number 1. So you have a Cancer here who is saying they will always love you. Now let's look at the Aquarius and see what the Aquarius has to say. Page of Swords. Curious, wants to know more. Ooh, 6 of Cups. Okay. And they ask you a lot of questions because they want to know. It's like by asking a lot of questions or being curious about you, that's how they show they care. And if they aren't interested in someone, then they don't really talk to them, or they don't really ask how they're doing or how they're feeling. Because I feel like this person's more logical, they're more rational. They're maybe they may be a little bit less comfortable with showing their feelings. So how they show they care is by being curious about the things that you're up to and what you're doing. And they may even reach out and ask you, hey, you know, how's your sister? How's your brother? How's your family? How's this? How's that? Right? And normally I feel like, or they just ask you a lot of questions about your family, or they ask you a lot of questions about the people you care about. They want to know more about you. They're trying to find out more about you because they like you. We have the 3 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, now pile number 1. So, you know, what's interesting is I feel like the Cancer energy is coming from the past of somebody who still gets pissed off when they think about how many feelings they had for you and how many feelings and how much they lost out on by not being with you. There could have been an argument or a fight about something that ended things and you put up a brick wall to the situation, but this person has analyzed it many times, you know, trying to understand. But I feel like this Aquarius, this is somebody currently, this isn't somebody from your past or anything. This is somebody who currently admires you, okay? And I'm picking up that they may know a family member of yours. They may know a sister of yours or a brother of yours. And they may ask about you to people that, you know, someone may tell you, oh, so-and-so was asking about you. And this person's qualities, they're experimental, unique, liberal, okay? So it says they're very liberal and eccentric and eclectic, free, radical, diverse, futuristic, okay? Tech-oriented. This person could work in some type of a tech field or computer field or just be really savvy with tech or research. This person could be a student as well. Somebody who is a bit of a know-it-all at times or speaks their mind a lot or has a lot of opinions about social issues. We have disruptive. They may make disruptive, edgy comments at times that other people don't really get or understand, but I feel like you get them and you understand them, and it makes them feel accepted and it makes them feel warm inside, you know, thinking about how maybe their energy on some other people like rubs people the wrong way. But I feel like with you, they're like, damn, you know, like that you're really receptive to what they're saying, and you've always been really warm and friendly and accepting of them and their idiosyncrasies and how they can be kind of edgy at times or saying things that may rub people the wrong way, but you're always very nice to them and accepting to them, and they like that. We have not today, moody, annoyed, leave me alone, and 4 of Cups, okay? And this person, I feel like sometimes worries that they annoy you or that they ask you a ton of questions. This could be somebody at your job or somebody at school or somebody that you take a class with that's always asking you questions all the time. And you're like, God damn it, man, you know? I can easily see this somebody like who's a little bit younger than you that you're training at work or you're helping somebody with something, or they're always asking you how to do stuff all the time. And you're like, God damn, you know, and you're like, not today. And this person's like, I don't really want to annoy you, but I got a lot of questions, you know? And I feel like they like you. They're coming from a good place of they got a crush on you and they like you. And they also feel you're very approachable. Like maybe and maybe you're like, damn, Natalie, I'm not that approachable. You know, I'm really not, okay? Or I haven't been lately. I've been in a bad mood or whatever. But I actually feel like this person sees you as being very approachable or being somebody that they can actually ask questions to versus other people who just blow them off or don't care. I sense something pushing us back to one another. Okay, so this person always has this feeling that, like, it's kind of, I feel like with the Three of Cups and the Six of Cups, like a deja vu type of a feeling. And it's like they're always running into you, or they're always asking you a question, or they're always trying to run into you. And maybe sometimes you guys are like, Natalie, I'm not even in that good of a mood at work. And I'm kind of annoyed, frankly, or at school, I'm irritated, I'm annoyed. Like, this could be a person who is constantly asking questions all the time in training, at school, at work. Like, they're just always asking, and you're like, oh, for God's sakes, but but they feel like you two have some type of special connection, or some type of cool special connection. We have secrets. Interesting. So perhaps this person, I feel like you guys come across a little secretive. Like, you are very warm and helpful, and they are trying to break through your shell, I feel like, pile number one. But they may also feel that you're very mysterious in some ways. And that when they try to ask questions or get more personal with you, you're like, you kind of like shy away from it, or you're kind of mysterious. And I feel like this person wants to find out more things about you, or find out, like, they want you to kind of let your guard down and be more open with them. Six of Cups, Three of Cups, okay? And tell them all your secrets, or tell them all of what's going on with you. And you're like, no, I keep to myself at work, or no, I keep to myself at school, or whatever. But for whatever reason, this person just immediately has a sense of wanting to talk to you, or wanting to get to know you. And they're a little worried, because they're like, I wonder if I annoyed you, but I'm just trying to get to know you, or trying to find out more about you. It could be just like a regular conversation, and then they just bust out of nowhere, like with a personal question, like, oh, where are you from? And you barely know them, and you're like, are they trying to pull my chain here? And it's like, no, they actually were curious. They want to know. They like you. They think that you're really smart, and they want to hear what you have to say, is what I feel. We have first house and the body. Ooh, boy. So this person thinks that you are smoking hot. Pile number one, smoking hot. And they noticed you right away. They were like, damn, pile number one is my type. They got the energy, they got the flow, they got the body. What's going on under those clothes? What's happening? This person's like really admiring you and your personality and the way you look. They like the way you look, for sure. And you're exactly their type. From a body perspective, I also feel this person likes to watch you walk, or they tend to stare at you a little bit when you walk by. You're just their type, I feel like. And I feel like other people have noticed them staring at you too. So that's kind of funny. But I'm also seeing the number 6 or 16. That could be somebody's like birthday day, or somebody's apartment number and their phone number. Let's see what else I can see. I see the number 1 in a circle. So it's like, yeah, you're like my number 1 type, I feel like this person is saying. I see the initial SS. I see a B and an R. Are you free is what I feel like. Are you this? Are you that? I see the letters R and E very clearly here, first name or last name. Okay. Their ears perk right up when they hear anything about you, hear anything interesting about you, anyone says anything about you. It's like, boom, their ears perk right up. Pile number 1. Okay, and this person likes the way you smell, the way you walk, the way you move. You got it. For this person, they notice you big time. So pile number 2, that is what I am getting for your admirers. I hope that reading resonated. And I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, or your feedback. Let me know if you found out any juicy secrets in that reading, or if you know who these people are. I'd love to hear it in your comments below. Thank you so much, pile number 1. Take care. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the piggy emoji, and today's reading is called Who Are Your Top 2 Admirers by astrological sign, okay? So every pile got 2 signs, and we're gonna find out what yours are here. And we're gonna find out what message that these 2 people have for you and who this could be, more clues. So if you know the sign, sun, moon, or rising of this person, we are going to, oh, you know what? There's a runaway card in here, giraffe. Okay, so the giraffe was a runaway card in this tarot deck. I think that means this could be somebody who's very tall, somebody who's super tall and skinny with giraffe here. Okay, and could be like not white either. Could be someone who's African or from Africa or African American, or somebody who, because when I think of giraffes, I think of Africa, safaris, things like that. But somebody who's tall and strong. Okay, let's see. Pile number 2, we got the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So somebody is clearly reflecting on the cool energy they get around you. We're first gonna get, oh, it's a Leo. It's a Leo. So one of these is sun, moon, or rising in Leo. And let's get your second admirer here. Your next admirer, ooh, Scorpio. Hey now, the animal, scorpionic energy. All right, so you guys right now, your 2 admirers are a Leo and a Scorpio. Okay, and that could be sun, moon, or rising for Leo or Scorpio. So let me go ahead. And if you're like, Natalie, I don't know their signs, just give me a minute here, because we are going to explain some qualities about them. Okay, and we have the 4 of Swords here. The Magician, there we go. You know, this person is usually pretty not that impressed with new people. And they don't even, I feel like maybe they don't even like to go out that much, or they don't even date that much. But it's like when they see you, they become a super flirt, or they come alive, or it's like they're just walking and they're bored. And they may be kind of picky too, in the sense that, you know, they only like a certain look, or they only like a certain vibe. They love a confident person, okay? And I feel like a lot of other people kind of like bore them, or they're not interested. And I feel like this person, you can tell when they're interested, because it's like they automatically come alive. They're instantly more chatty. They really turn on their personality. They really are like more flirty and winking, flirtatious, kind of energy like that, as when they're around somebody that they don't really like, or they're not really into, or bores them, or makes them tired, or doesn't really wake them up in any type of a way, then they're just kind of like, So that's interesting. We've got the 10 of Pentacles here. Ooh, let me impress you. Let me take you out. And this person's very confident, very, very confident, pile number 2. It's like, most people bore me, or I'm not interested in most people, but I am interested in pile number 2. And when I see pile number 2, I want to, I feel like we've got a lot in common with the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like pile number 2 is like my type. I feel like I'm interested in seeing where something could go with pile number 2. And I also feel with the 10 of Pentacles, they're like, I want to impress pile number 2. Like normally, I don't feel like impressing people, and I don't really care. 4 of Swords, okay? But when I see pile number 2, I'm like, whoa, shit. All of a sudden, I'm on my A game again. I'm all of a sudden awake again. It's like I've had 5, cups of coffee. I'm like, woo, awake again. I saw pile number 2. Ooh, wow. We have simply the best, focused and attention to detail. Yeah, and some things people don't know about the Ten of Pentacles is that it is a Mercury and Virgo card. And Mercury is, really strong in Virgo. And so, and also the Magician represents mercurial energy as well. So that's like a double Mercury energy right there. And, when they really see something high quality, they have a really good eye for detail and high quality. And when they see somebody, like that, they really like, because they notice everything. When they're really into someone, they notice everything. And it says here, simply the best, focus and attention to detail, a highly skilled lover. 8 of Pentacles, okay? So this person is a highly skilled lover. And, what's interesting because there's a picture of a man on here wearing a black shirt, or I'm imagining a black button-up shirt, okay? And has blondish hair. Could be brownish eyes, blondish hair, or dark brown, or not dark brown, but dark blonde, like sandy blonde, dark blonde hair. Maybe light eyes or dark, looks like maybe brown eyes. Okay, goatee, lightly shaven, big hands, nice forearms. Looks like they're working on their car, okay? This could be somebody who, is a mechanic, or somebody who really takes care of their car really beautifully, always washing it, really cares about their possessions, is very detailed about getting their car washed every week. This could be somebody who details cars or does something like detail work, okay? Has a real eye and flair for detail. And like they're saying that they're a highly skilled lover. So they want to try to impress you, pile number 2, with their and again, they're using their hands here. And the Magician also has to do with hands. So they're highly skilled with their hands. Very, know exactly what they're doing and are very good with their hands. Ooh, we've got synchronicity. And, the Magician is all about synchronicity. So that is funny. And, it's funny because it says animals, numbers, and songs. And for numbers, we have 4 for the 4 of Swords, 10 for the 10 of Swords, so 4, 10, and the Magician is number 1, so 4, 1, 10. 4, 1, 1, 0, okay? That could be somebody's phone number or birthday, 4, 1, 1, okay? But 4, 1, 1, 0. Synchronicity, pay attention. The signs are guiding you. Okay, it can also represent ignoring the call of spirit, which is definitely the 4 of Swords, I'm just kind of ignoring everything, versus really paying attention to something. And I feel like with this Magician here, the Magician does represent paying attention and being really focused on multiple things, but I feel like this person can multitask, they can handle multiple things, they're good with their hands, they're a highly skilled lover, they have a really good eye for quality, okay? And we have animals, numbers, and songs, okay? So let's see what else. We've got unspoken feelings. Hey now, okay? Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on. Hey now, you're a rock star. I don't know why. Only shooting stars break the mold, pile number 2. Anyway, I don't know why that song popped into my head, bro. Like it's an old song, but whatever. Unspoken feelings, and yeah, that's the 4 of Swords. Like I'm sleeping on something, and I need to perk right up and get on it because there's some things I want to say to pile number 2 here. Ooh, we've got the moon. All right. And there's a history of unspoken feelings between you two. There's a flirtation between you two. And I do feel like there is a soul contract between you and this person. It's just not something that maybe gets talked about a whole lot. I also feel like, as much as we have, like, I do feel somebody here could have stomach issues at times as well. All right, I am seeing that. Somebody who struggles with, acid reflux, heartburn, gut issues. Okay. I'm also seeing somebody who has a bike or rides bike, or who's normally like more active, but lately hasn't been feeling as well. And so that's probably also why we have the Four of Swords. And there's a little anxiety, I feel like, about the unspoken feelings. And this person may get a little bit, as, like boisterous as they are and clever as they are, they may get, they may get some heartburn when they think about disclosing their feelings, okay, or get uneasy, and, the Four of Swords can be an energy of avoidance as well. So, kind of becoming uneasy about saying how you feel, yet they can't really like deny it. And this person, like I said, they could have Leo in their chart, be sun, moon, rising, very expressive, confident, very playful. The Magician is very self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, okay, and proud, okay. Maybe a little egotistical about how good they are with their hands, or why they're such a highly skilled lover and all that. But I mean, I do feel like this person gets a little nervous around you too, as well. Here, pile number one, but they may not always show that. They like your look, I feel. They like your style. They think you're a badass, pile number two. So there is that, all right? And there's these unspoken feelings that kind of make this person feel a little bit vulnerable around you. And, and I feel like maybe they avoided it, or maybe swept it under the rug, or tried to play it cool or play it chill around you. But I feel like, you actually do like wake them up and make them a little bit nervous, pile number two, okay? So let's talk about this Scorpio, okay? Because we've got your admirer number two, so we need to mention the Scorpio, the animal, okay? Now, we got the Five of Cups, okay? We've got the King of Wands, the King of Pain, all right? And anyway, we've got the Knight of Swords. Ooh, interesting. Pile number two. I feel like this person is concerned about you, okay? And this could be somebody who comes in as a friend with a helpful hand on your shoulder to say, are you okay? Are you, like, and the thunder, as I was talking there, it's storming here right now, pile number two, and the thunder just kind of, you probably can't hear it in the background, but I can hear it. And a storm is a brewing, the Five of Cups, regret, remorse, all of that. And I feel like this person is mad about the way that someone treated you, or sees that somebody really upset you with the vile or shitty things that they said or did. And I kind of feel like this person has a protective energy over you, and multiple times they've wanted to ask you, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you fine? Hey, how are you doing? And because I feel like they hate to see you hurting, or they hate to see you in pain. Even if it is like even just physical pain, or, physical pain can be very challenging, but I feel like, this person's like, hey, I'm not going to let anybody, like, they have a very protective attitude towards you. And multiple times, I feel like they've wanted to ask you, like, are you okay? How have you been? How are you feeling? How are you healing? And I feel like when they think of somebody hurting you or saying really vile or disgusting things to you that made you really sad and angry and upset, that this person wants nothing more than to, comfort you and bitch slap that person, or, stand in the way of somebody treating you that way. Okay. And I feel like loyalty is a big thing for this person. And if the people that they care about are hurting, then they're not going to be too happy, And for some of you, this could be a friend or somebody who, these are your top 2 admirers. So, maybe you're like, yeah, my friend did reach out to me the other day and did ask me how I was doing. And they were, expressing concern about me, and they were wanting to see how I was and if I needed anything. And, and for some of you, this could be a person that there's not a romantic connection there, but there is a friendship there. There is a loyalty there, or there is like a concern for your well-being. And, this person is like, oh, hell fucking no to this Knight of Swords coming in and disrupting your peace, or, disrupting, like saying mean things to you, or, that type of thing. Okay. And, this is a person who doesn't forget it when somebody fucks with them. Okay. Pile number 2, do you know someone in your life who is very protective and defensive of the people that they care about, and doesn't forget it if someone harms someone that they care about? Okay. That's very scorpionic, by the way. That is very, very scorpionic. And the King of Wands, very, very lusty towards you, wanting to see something more, but also it may not be, it may not be the right time, or it may not be the right time to approach. They worry about saying something too soon or not saying the right thing. But they feel compelled to see you or to check on you, to understand how you're doing, having very passionate feelings towards you and caring about the way that other people are treating you, and, not wanting anything bad to happen to you. Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So many times I feel like pile number 2, this person has wanted to check in on you, and they just didn't know maybe if it was even the right time, but they're saying, dreaming of your sweet, sexy body. Okay, now. All right, now. King of Wands over here. Okay, now. All right. We've got, all right. So this person says, I am trying to overcome my issues surrounding commitment and intimacy. Okay. And, that's a very scorpionic thing, because there has to be trust. There has to be trust and intimacy. Otherwise, people's feelings get hurt. And, otherwise, people get fucked over, if there's not going to be any, if people are going to have all these commitment issues and run away every time there's a problem, and I feel like this person is saying, like, pile number 2, you've been hurt too many times to have another person come along and then fuck you over again. Okay. So I feel like they want to do more. They want to push things further, but they're trying to hold back a little bit. At the same time, they're dreaming of you and your sexy body. We have be mine. Be mine. Wow. Be mine. Be only mine. Don't be anybody else's. Only be mine. Okay. That's very, scorpionic. I possess you. You're mine. Come to me. I will suck your blood. No, I'm just kidding. But be mine. Okay. And rushing into things could scare this person a little bit because they've been hurt before. They've been betrayed. They've had people cheat on them. They've had people fuck them over. So they can have some trust issues as well. I feel pile number 2. And maybe this is something you and this person have talked about, is your trust issues and the pain and the betrayals and the things, the shit that people have done in the past. The 5 of Cups can be a real card of, with the King of Wands and the Knight of Swords, can be a real card of getting revenge on somebody who fucked someone over. Like, you know what I mean? Or holding on to a grudge. And so, perhaps that has interfered with this person's, they've had some commitment and intimacy issues because they've been fucked over or they've been cheated on, But they're a person that's saying, be mine, be only mine. Okay? No pressure, pile number 2. Wow, we have Scorpio here. We have Scorpio and Scorpio. Maybe you also have Scorpio. Maybe we have 2 Scorpios here. We've got double scorpionic energy, okay? And, it's like I feel this King of Wands is saying, I want to tell this other person so bad to fuck off and leave you alone because, a real person is stepping in here and I want to be the one to show you, that I can do this, okay? And this is, intense and passionate. And a secretive, intense, passionate, carnal experience where, someone is very primal, they're very lusty. When they sleep with someone, it's like, oh, that's it. You're mine. You don't belong to anyone else. You belong, you're with me now and don't fuck me over, is kind of what I'm feeling here. And resourceful, mysterious, okay? And, when somebody hurts this person, they could become compulsive, destructive, or manipulative on the negative side. When somebody really does hurt their feelings, the more nasty side of them could come out, or the more scorpionic, like, not forgetting any slights against them side could kind of come out here. But I do feel like this is a very sexual, primal, lusty kind of an energy. But it's like, I don't ever forget that someone that fucks me over, I hold on to that for a long time, okay? So with this person, pile number 2, they're kind of intense. They're really intense. And so, I think one thing for you is, where are you with that level of intensity? Does that feel, is that the wavelength that you're on too? Or are you into more of a lighter flirtation that's more fun and flirty? Because if that's the case, I would say person number 1 is the one to go with, okay? But both of these characters have a specific thing about them. They're both confident. Like, I don't know, pile number 2, do you have a type of, do you tend to go for the fixed signs like the Leos and the Scorpios and stuff like that? Anyway, do you tend to go for that energy? Because I feel like both of are kind of radiating high confidence and, but I feel like person number 2 could perhaps get a little more, person number 1 could be more of a flirt or more of a multitasker, but person number 2, I feel like isn't really, that type of, they're not a flirt as much with everyone. I don't really feel that about them. I think they're more like, no, we did something, now you're mine, now you belong to me. So anyway, pile number 2, what do you like? Okay, what's your flavor? All right, as that old song would say, what's your flavor? Tell me what's your flavor. Pile number 2. What do you think about these 2 admirers? All right, do you know who it is? Do you have a hint of who these 2 people could be? Let me know in the comments below. Pile number 2, I'd really like to know if you know who these people are. So take care, pile number 2. And let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. All right. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Ghost, and today's reading is called Who Are Your Top 2 Admirers by Zodiac Sign. We are going to go ahead and each pile gets 2 admirers, and the Zodiac sign could be their sun, moon, or rising. Okay, pile number 3. So, and if you don't know, if you're like, Natalie, I don't know their sun, moon, or rising, that's okay, because I'm going to describe them in detail to you, so you can let me know if you know who these people are. Ooh, Princess of Wands. I'm going to leave that right here for you guys for my pile number 3s. This stunning, creative, outgoing, sexy, confident number 3s. Let's go ahead, guys. We're going to look at your first person here. Ooh, we've got Aries energy. Okay, you guys have an Aries admirer, somebody that really, and if you're like, well, Natalie, I am an Aries, and it's like, well, maybe you should admire yourself, pile number 3. Leave that to the Aries to be like, I'm the Aries. I admire myself. That is true. Anyway, pile number 3. If that's you, thumbs up, okay? Thumbs up emoji, pile number 3, okay? But we've got an Aries that admires you. We also have a Virgo that admires you. So we've got Aries and Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, 2 different people. We're going to start with your first person here for the Aries, okay? We have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands represents the sun in Aries, so more Aries. Aries on Aries crimes over here, pile number 3. We've got the Knight of Cups. Ugh, yeah. We've got the Hermit, okay? And so many times I feel like this person is saying, I've thought so many times of coming to your house. I've thought so many times of reaching out to you. I've thought so many times of, you know, like just turning back and running towards you. I've thought so many times about, you know, us running into each other and me coming over to your house at night, in the still of the night, in the dead of the night. And there's so many times I've just wanted to stop what I'm doing and just go see you. All right. And you know, the Knight of Cups really, like, their heart is full of emotions. Their heart is full of love, and they're just so excited. You know, the 3 of Wands is being really excited. I'm full of feelings, I'm full of emotion, and I'm just so fucking excited, okay? And let's see what else we have here, because the Hermit, I feel like, could be more of you guys, and we're gonna, well, and it's interesting because we have Virgo here, and then the Hermit does represent Virgo energy, okay? So we're gonna see what's going on there. Maybe some of you are with someone who's a Virgo or has Virgo in their chart, but there is an Aries who's wanted to come and see you or talk to you or spend time with you and is, you know, real pumped up about it. But then there's someone else there waiting. Let's see what we have going on here. All right, this is what I thought. Singlehood is my choice, 9 of Pentacles. Now, maybe you guys are like, you know, I haven't really even considered being with anyone recently, Natalie, because I am very independent. I like to do my own thing. I don't like, you know, and, you know, there may be a side of you guys that's like, I don't want somebody interrupting my sleep. I don't want somebody constantly, you know, coming to see me all the time. I don't want, like, you know, I feel you guys are very independent and you're very fine being single. And maybe you've gotten used to being single over time. You've gotten used to your schedule. You've gotten used to your timing. You've gotten used to, like, your independence and the way you do things. And it's like, yeah, it's great that this person is so gung-ho, but I'm fucking tired in my soul, Natalie. Maybe some of you are kind of feeling that way. Let's see what else is going on here. All right. Yeah, this person is like an excited teenager when it comes to you. And maybe that makes you a little weary in some way, pile number 1, for some reason. But it says, I am amazed at how perfect you are for me. Sometimes it feels as if it's not real. Okay. And I feel like you guys are like, I'm only interested in shit that's real. And if you're not going to be real, then get out of my face. You know, maybe you guys, I mean, that's very like stick to itness and the high quality and the high standards and the wisdom with the Hermit that you guys have developed around your dating life or your relationship life. Okay. And, you know, the Knight of Cups, you know, I feel like this person just wants to shout it from the mountaintops or scream how they feel or come see you. And it's like, are you sure? I feel like you guys are kind of like to this person, like, you know, because I feel you're taking a mature attitude where you're like, well, that's nice that you think that I'm perfect for you, or that's nice that you have all these feelings for me, but no one's perfect and I'm not perfect. And, you know, and maybe there's a humbleness about you, and it's like, you know, this person coming at you with a lot of devotion and excitement and really wanting to bring it that way in a very passionate, romantic, because the Knight of Cups is very romantic, and a very passionate, romantic, throw caution, fuck it to the wind, Aries type of a way. And, for you guys, I feel like you're more cautious, or you're more about taking your time and with something, or you're wanting to make sure a situation is safe and, you know, calm and cautious and all of that before you get into a situation. Okay. And I get it. You know, this person's gung ho, and you're kind of like, I don't know. I don't really want someone coming at all hours of the night. I got to get my rest, Natalie. You know, that type of thing. Ooh, secret admirer. Pile number 3. This person's like, I'm your fucking secret admirer, pile number 3. I'm excited. I'm trying to, you know, I'm a secret admirer, and I got feelings for you, and I'm excited, and I'm full of wonder and curiosity, and I'm ready to embrace a new adventure and come with it now. But I kind of feel like you guys know that you have a secret admirer, or you know that this person secretly admires you. Okay, or maybe you've always wanted a secret admirer, but you've never really admitted it to yourself. You're like, that would actually be kind of badass to have a secret admirer, but I don't know if I believe all this shit that they're telling me, because I feel like you guys are very practical at this point, you know, like no frills, and like just be real with me. Don't be, you know, showering me with weird compliments. Like, I kind of feel like that's how you guys are, and that's fine, you know, pile number 1, if you feel that way. And, but you got a secret admirer. Now, this is the 8th house in astrology, and it's endings and beginnings, and it's reversed. And I feel like you guys have been maybe afraid of starting something new because there's something that maybe you haven't fully let go of yet, or you've been gun shy on, you've been in an in-between eternal purgatory state with the Hermit, where you're about finding yourself, and you're about learning more about who you are, and you're more about, like, you know, what's going on inside of you, instead of, you know, I feel like there may be a hesitating side where you guys are like, I don't know if I'm really ready for all of that right now. Okay. But, you know, we can't live in like an endless purgatory, you know, and I feel like this person's kind of coming up here to point out to you to like live life a little bit more, maybe, and to embrace the present moment a little bit more, and to maybe take a little bit more of a risk when it comes to your love life. Okay. And, you know, they could be a reminder of that to you, that every day could be a new adventure awaiting. 3 of Wands, you know, with something bright and romantic and passionate, the Knight of Cups. And I feel like this person is saying, I know that you're skeptical of some of the way I feel or what I'm saying, but I feel like they're saying that's really how I feel, though, with the Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups wears his heart on his sleeve, or her heart on her sleeves. So there's not, you know, I feel like this person isn't really like yanking your chain here or anything, pile number one, but about how they feel about you. But at the same time, I get where you guys are coming from. If there was a very painful ending, or you're just afraid, you know, you're afraid to embrace something, or you're afraid to go down a path of getting all excited and emotional and open and all of that again. And I get it, you know, and sometimes we need an Aries to come into our lives to kind of like, you know, make us like direct us to being more spontaneous type of energy. And this person could be, you know, a self-starter, very active. You know, with the Three of Wands, they could be very athletic. Knight of Cups, into swimming, Tai Chi, diving, sailing, into any type of water sports, jet skis. Three of Wands, very athletic, hiking, climbing, you know, very adventurous, into having an adventurous, exhilarating, fiery moment with you. Someone who's on a mission to make something happen. Somebody who's into being the driving force behind something. You know, very courageous, impulsive, competitive. Those could be some of the traits of this person. You know, on the downside, Aries energy can sometimes be selfish or macho or doing things without thinking. But I feel like the Knight of Cups softens it a little bit, because I don't feel like they're, you know, some macho whoever, you know what I mean? I feel like they actually do have feelings about things, okay? They're not just, you know, trying to be exhilarating and be like bossing you around in your life. Because I feel like you're just not at a place right now where you're willing to be bossed by anything. Like, you're in your own sovereignty. So I totally get that, pile number three. And yeah, I feel like there has been moments though where you're like, fuck it, caution to the wind, I'm gonna give it a whirl. And it's like, yeah, give it a whirl. Okay. And yeah, so this person could be very athletic, competitive, active, into sport, but there's real feelings there with the Knight of Cups. There is real, you know, kind of innocent play or innocent feelings going on there as well. All right, so that's the person number one, pile number one. Let's see number two here. We've got Temperance, okay? Ooh, we've got the Three of Swords. Wow, this could be someone who bargains with themselves all the time about what they're feeling, okay? And has feelings for you, but is just trying to dip their toe in the water a little bit, or sometimes has an issue with compartmentalizing their feelings, or somebody who's trying to be very careful with how they invest themselves into situations going forward because of situations in the past. Ooh, but they just can't help it with you, pile number three. They just can't fucking help it with you, because here's the Empress. They can't fucking help it, pile number three. Okay, and as much as this person tries to keep their feelings into control and keep themselves balanced and not go overboard, and tries to stay pretty balanced with how they're feeling, it's really hard for them when pile number three looks so fucking good, okay? The Empress. Now, yeah, this person's like, I gotta be careful with pile number three, because you could break my heart. You could destroyeth me, okay? And they're like, pile number three, damn, like, they're classy, they're beautiful, they're sexy, they got everything going on. They smell good, they look good, They take care of themselves. They're gorgeous. They know a lot. They're a person I could really see myself growing with. But geez, if I let myself get too like crazily into this, boy, am I gonna get my heart broken. Pile number 3. So yeah, that is interesting energy. And the thought of getting rejected by you, or of something not working out with you, ooh, it makes this person, boy, it gets, they're like, I'm playing with fire here, and I know I gotta be real careful here, and I cannot fuck this up, okay? So being real careful, trying to be real smooth and careful about what they're doing here. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, we've got game over. All right, we've got game over. Yeah, if you were to tell this person, hey, that I don't like you, I don't want to be with you, and this is from my deck, Soul Messages, and this was my death card when I was making this deck. So to them, like you rejecting them or you breaking their heart, it would be game over for them. They wouldn't want to be with anyone else. Like that would be it for them. They would not want to, be with, they wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't think. They'd be like, damn, I would be done. I would be done for. Now, I'm also getting, I just have to mention this for those of you that, are currently married, okay? Or this is someone who is currently married, or you're both currently married to other people, okay? And hooking up with each other would represent, like a massive a massive hurting of other people involved in a situation. And that would be game over for someone's relationship or someone's marriage because something happens. I also have to mention that too, because I feel that there is now again, this is a general reading. So, I'm not trying to, anything here, pile number 3, but I just have to mention somebody's marriage because the Empress is here. Someone's marriage could be over if somebody acts on their feelings and they're doing their best to control themselves with temperance, but it's a slippery fucking slope. You know what I mean? Pile number 3, it's a very, very slippery slope. And so I am getting something about that. So I just need to mention that. And we have here, ooh, I want to be the only one who gets to see your naked body and your naked soul, okay? Your naked body and soul. I want to be, jealousy could mean game over, but someone may not have a right to be jealous at the same time either. And so they have to control their feelings and they have to control their emotions, basically. And, with temperance, it's like what I want and what I need and what I desire is in conflict with my reality. And I'm hoping for something better, type of a thing. But I want to be the only one who gets to see your naked body and naked soul. And if you get married or they got married or something like that, it's game over, no more playtime. So there is something about that here, I have to say, pile number 3. And, how this person is handling, because I feel like there's still so much growth that this person feels when they're around you or when it comes to you. There's still so much more flourishing in the background and so many more things that could grow or could be a potential, but it may also involve the destruction of, up to 3 other people or 3 more people in a situation, okay? You and another person, you and them and another person, or up to 3 people, 3 of Swords, okay? but they want to be the only one who gets to see your naked body and soul. And the idea of, and that's why I said they were compartmentalizing their feelings earlier, because the idea of them, of someone else seeing your naked body or naked soul, pushes this person over the damn edge. Okay. Ghosted. What? You guys also have the ghost as your, emoji. That is wild. Pile number 3. What is going on? And, perhaps it was game over because somebody got married or somebody was in a relationship, or, this person feels like you ghosted them, or that you gave them the old heave ho, or that you stopped talking to them. Okay. And perhaps you needed to stop talking to them for a reason. Perhaps they needed to stop talking to you for a reason. Okay. But with the 3 of Swords, feelings have been hurt. And they're still one of your top 2 admirers, pile number 2. So it's not like or pile number 3. So it's not like they've quit admiring you by any means. But with Temperance, there's a need to get control over, our feelings and emotions versus our passions and our desires, And so, yeah, and it hurt. I feel like this person is saying, when we stopped talking, or when you said you didn't want to talk to me anymore, it fucking hurt, It just really, really hurt, okay? And I feel like this person is saying, when I was hit with the realization of you not being there or us not having a thing, I had to compartmentalize my feelings and the thunder is going in the background. Can you guys hear that? I had to compartmentalize my feelings and put them, in a box type of thing. But it hurts, And how sometimes, like, that you admire someone or you have feelings for them or you're into them still, is because it still hurts. You know what I mean? And I think this was possibly a connection that could leave scars for both of you. I feel pile number 3, okay? And we have lunar eclipse and change. Yeah, and that can definitely be, lunar eclipses can be scary moments. They can be moments where basically everything in our life can shift and change, and that can be very scary. Lunar eclipses are when the moon disappears because the sun is coming in between the sun, or the earth and the moon. So the moon disappears during a lunar eclipse. The moon is eclipsed. And so, yeah, and when the moon is eclipsed, we can become very unhinged, unhappy, depressed, unsettled. Emotions are everywhere. And that also just reminds me with this ghosted, like the moon disappearing or you disappearing from this person's life, could have felt very traumatic for both you and them, because there just could have been a sudden thing. Now, the lunar eclipse that we had on March 26th, or was it the 25th? Now I'm losing my mind. I think it was the 25th. We had an eclipse here back at the end of March. And so maybe there was something going on in this at the end of March that happened, because there was a recent lunar eclipse about a month ago. And anyway, like, lunar eclipse can be where something is cut out of our life or something is eclipsed out of our life, and it can make us feel very unsettled and emotional, okay? And it can feel very, like, weird, emotionally. It's like, what happened here? And I'm going to read you some traits of this person. So, this is a very emotionally unsettled situation where somebody could have taken options here, taken measures to end something, but the feelings are still there, or they're still buried and compartmentalized in other areas. Okay. And this person qualities, very methodical, very insightful, okay, discerning, pure, refined, accurate, okay, possibly very intelligent or some type of an academic person, okay, solitary, critical, nervous, and a perfectionist, okay? And those are some qualities that this person could inhabit. I also feel like this person with Temperance plus Virgo, they could be a professor, they could be some type of teacher, they could be like a perfectionist at their work and what they do for work, okay? And, you know, maybe some of you here, you don't work or you don't work as much as you used to in the past. I am getting something about that. But anyway, pile number 3, this is what I am getting for you, for your top 2 admirers. What say you about this pile number 3? Did any of these people resonate for you? Do you understand who these people are? Is one of the people in this pile you? Do you also admire yourself? That's good if you do. I'm glad for your self-esteem. If you came to this reading and you're either an Aries or a Virgo and you're like, that's me, I admire myself. So good for you, pile number 3. Do let me know in the comments if you know who these people are. So thank you so much, pile number 3, and take care.